Good evening, everyone, council staff and those that are watching with us virtually. It's Wednesday, August the 27th, 2025. Meeting will be streamed live and recorded for public viewing on the town's YouTube page. We acknowledge that this land on which we are gathered today is part of the ancestral land of the Chippewa, Ottawa, and Potawatomi peoples, referred to collectively as the Anishinaabe. It's through the connection of the Anishinaabe with the spirit of the land, the water, and air that we recognize your unique cultures, traditions, and values. Together, as treaty people, we have a shared responsibility to act with respect for the environment that sustains all life, protecting the future for those generations to come. Council, I would remind you, if you have a pecuniary interest, to declare it at the appropriate time. Item number 4, delegations. Clerk, nothing's been added at this time.
Things been added, your worship.
Business arising in the previous meetings, I should say.
Nothing's been added, your worship.
Okay, let's go to item 6.1. I have a motion by Deputy Mayor McEwen, seconded by Councillor Van Claveren. The minutes be adopted by council and that those confidential minutes of the closed sessions of council remain confidential and restricted from public disclosure in accordance with the exemptions provided in the Municipal Freedom of Information Protection of Privacy Act. It would be our regular council meeting minutes of August 13th, 2025. Council, you've had an opportunity to review them. Are there any questions? Hearing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Carried. Let's go to item 6.2. Motion by Councillor Bojan, seconded by Councillor Vasey. The minutes be adopted by council and those confidential minutes of the closed sessions remain confidential and restricted from public disclosure in accordance with the exemptions provided in the Municipal Freedom of Information Protection of Privacy Act. It would be our Wyoming Public Cemetery and Inactive Cemetery Committee minutes of May the 8th, 2025, as well as May 29th, 2025. The Environmental Services Committee meeting minutes of June the 5th, 2025. Fire Executive Committee meeting minutes of June the 9th, 2025. Our Special Events Committee minutes of July 7th, 2025. And the Court of Revision for the Fieldview Estates meeting minutes, August 13th, 2025. You have the chairman, the council representatives from the various committees. Deputy Mayor.
Yeah, for the cemetery committee. I noticed that you want to put trees along Plympton-Wyoming Cemetery. Budget?
Well, then.
Absolutely no. We budget quickly.
Oh, how did you know? I was gonna offer, but
Well, last time I looked, there was a fair amount of money in there, so.
yeah, but then it's still cemeteries. I just wondered, we'll even.
To make a request to.
Yeah, okay.
To
that's-
Parks and
yeah,
Recreation.
Because we were going to offer, but since you already thought so, yeah, you applied to request.
I know, we're a little, yeah, we shouldn't assume anything. So we'll make that request.
Good, all right.
Thank you.
Okay. Any further questions? All those in favor? Carried. (6.3) Councilor's report. Deputy?
Yes, Mr. Wolvet, you want to continue? Tell us what you.
No, I don't.
Decide one, please.
I'm gonna hold that one. No, I don't. I reported the fire committee. Thank you.
Nothing to report.
Just wanted to give a shout out to the events committee again. They put on another successful event, the Fins and Fenders one at McKay Park. It was a bit of a new type of event compared to their usual ones, so I just want to commend them for putting
Yeah,
on.
sure, good turnout, yeah. Mr. Vasey.
Yes, just OBAs were this weekend. Wyoming lost out in the finals, but played very well. Crowd was very good for when I was there anyway. That the park looked great. Thanks to Paul for getting the washroom part cleaned up because it was a mess come Wednesday that they come back and filled some holes and whatnot to make it usable anyway. There was a lot of discussion of how long it's taking to get the washrooms in. I'm being told they should be ready by the end of the season, so that'll help for sitting all winter. But other than that, everybody was happy. Like I say, the park looked great. Brian had it done up to the nines as always, so yeah, very successful.
Good.
Thank you.
Ms. Rodriguez?
Yeah, thank you. No, I have a lot of meetings coming up, but
Oh, dear. Well, we'll prepare ourselves.
yes.
Mayor?
Thank you, Deputy. Just a couple things to share with you. On Saturday, besides the OBA's playoffs, I was at the truck and tractor pull. That was at the fairgrounds, a decent crowd, some good pullers. Good feedback from those that traveled a long distance to be here, not only about the pull, but for our community. I was very pleased to hear those comments. So I had the opportunity to be a judge at the Country View car show on Sunday, where they beat their attendance record for cars in attendance. As well, there was a couple I was talking to that had been at the Fins and Fenders, and they commented on that as well. Well, that's a very positive thing. I guess that's just the highlights they've got. What about you, Deputy?
Well, went to the warden's picnic, picked up Norma and got there and lo and behold, here comes Chris and Bob and punks themselves right beside us. Anyway, it was a great turnout, about 222 people, I think he said, and the meals were really good, so who could complain? And then the Parks Board. There was a Ross Atkinson who from Lambton Shores Nature Trails, which it's a volunteer committee, and it's possible that our outdoor staff will partner with them and create some more trails, or fix them up or enhance them, whatever. So I don't know when that's going to happen. Probably soon, I hope. And then things can get rolling, especially through Highland Glen. He really mentioned it, so. And I think that's all I've got right now.
Okay, thank you. Okay, council, let's go to item 7.1. The motion by Councilor Wolvett, seconded by Councilor Van Claveren, that the council remuneration claims for July 2025 be approved for payment. Any questions? All those in favor? Carried. Okay, let's go to item, excuse me, 8.1. Moved by Councilor Van Claveren, seconded by Councilor Wolvett, that the report by Paul De Silva, Director of Public Works, dated July 29th, 2025, regarding 2025 trenchless sanitary sewer repairs be received, and that the quote submitted by GFL Environmental, the amount of $62,370.84, plus HST be approved as an extension of an existing contract. Mr. De Silva is here. If there's any questions, I believe, if I'm correct, Mr. De Silva, this did go to the Environmental Committee.
Correct.
Okay. Deputy, you have a question?
I do have a question. Mr. De Silva. The sewer inspections at Heron Crest show about the same number of deficiencies as Blue Point and Sunset Acres. Is there a difference in the quality of materials used or the workmanship? Because Blue Point was starting this establishment in 1948, Sunset Acres in 1958, and then Heron Crest, at least I think 2000, a year or two, give or take a year or two. I just find, why are there so many deficiencies in that newer subdivision compared to the old ones that,
Mr. De Silva?
Through your worship, the number of deficiencies being 23 was spread across the entire area, but mostly I would say within the Blue Point community. I think there might be some confusion with the numbering on the map. Is that what you're referring to?
Well, I'm just looking at the red dots. I presume
those are-
where the deficiencies are.
No, those are individual manholes and those are their ID numbers.
No. Why did
So
you
no, not-
explain
that's-
that to me?
There's.
Oh, okay, well, the CAO even passes up. He did the same, so
Go
I
ahead.
feel quite so stupid.
I think he created those maps at one time. Well,
Cancel, delete that question, please.
We'll be deleting that one off the.
I hope so. Doesn't matter.
Any further questions? All those in favor? Carried. Council item 8.2. A motion by Councillor Bojan, second by Councillor Vaizey, that the report by Diane Gould Brown, Executive Assistant Deputy Clerk, dated August the 12th, 2025, regarding the 2025 fall newsletter be received, and the council approve the distribution of the newsletter with the interim tax billing. Council, you've seen the draft that's been prepared. Is there any comments? Yes.
We will need to amend that motion to final tax billing, your worship.
Okay. Clerk, I'm gonna make that change. Council, that's taking final out and taking interim out and putting final in. Councillor Wolvett, you have a question?
Just a question on that, the Blue Box recycling program that's going to change January the 1st. I'm just assuming there will be proper notices go out what day, if they're gonna keep the same schedule for pickup and that kind of stuff. I mean, we are moving into September, so that'll all be organized, I'm sure.
Mr. De Silva?
Through your worship, we have a meeting with Mterra September 3rd to start working out the details of this transition. So that will certainly be communicated.
And the reason to say that's kind of nice the way it is now, like in our area, your blue box and your garbage come the same day. So it kind of works out real well. So whatever, if you put by mistake something up there that blue box don't take, the garbage always comes after the blue box pickup, and then if there's garbage left, they take it.
Right.
Yeah, so blue box come down the road first and then the garbage trucks.
Yeah, we've certainly signaled our request at this point that they fall on the same dates. So that those details will be discussed.
Okay, and I guess the other thing I would mention is what they will take and what they won't. Is there gonna be any major changes between what they take now and what the new outfit's gonna take?
It's almost as if you've been reading my journal. That we have all those questions to ask them as well.
Okay.
Well, he does sit beside you, so.
I'm just trying to look at his notes.
Anything else, Councillor Wolvett?
Oh, thank you, sir.
Councillor Rodriguez?
Thank you. I think it's really well done. A lot of good information in there. On the 2025 year in review. I think I just would have maybe added the street lights, not traffic lights, but street lights at Lake Shore and because that's another big one that people really wanted to see. So that's all. Other than that, I think it's excellent. Oh, I did want to ask if I may. Because I did mention earlier on in the year how I would like to see some sort of thing go out for with the water and sewer. That was to kind of get more education on what all that money is going towards and stuff. Related projects. Did that ever happen or?
So,
Through your worship, that would be the intent with the environmental services section of the newsletter to probably put out a little bit more information on what some priorities and what everything how the money is being spent in the community to bring some more awareness.
nothing further. I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Can I ask one more question, sir? Sure.
Well, okay.
It could cause a special charge on the tax bill, noting $170 special charge on your tax bill. This is your annual fee for weekly garbage collection. It's showing separately on your tax transparency. You think that'll confuse the people there? They're gonna think they're paying that on their taxes, and yet that's a user pay system, nothing to do with property taxes.
No, but we do get sometimes calls about that, so I think that's why we put it on there. To let them know that it shows separately.
I'm thinking the opposite. I think it's gonna be calling you now and saying, why am I being charged another $170 when I already pay it on my recycling garbage yet, so. That's fine. If you're not concerned about it, that's okay, but. Okay,
I think our treasurer's comfortable with that.
okay. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay. Council 8.3. Moved by Councillor Van Claveren, seconded by Councillor Wolvette, that the report prepared by Kaylin King, Executive Assistant Finance, dated August 15th, 2025, regarding the municipal grant policy and grant application be received and approved by council. Any questions on this? Okay, Councillor Rodriguez.
Yes, just on, what activities and events are eligible on 4 of 8. The last line. The organization or group is municipally based, or the event activity function will occur within the municipal boundaries. Or at a municipal facility or park. So I just want clarification on it, because we obviously have had a lot of heated debate about ice rinks. Which we have none within our boundaries, so I wasn't sure what the statement meant.
Okay, Mr. Roddick Priest, did you hear all of that?
Oh, I'm sorry.
On page 4. Under what activities or events eligible? Line, the organization or group is municipally based.
Yeah, I think I know what you're getting at. I mean, I wonder if the activity will provide benefit to the community.
That's what I
Would,
was just wondering.
would catch those ones, because then they can argue that. If it's a rink or something, that the activity provide benefit to the community.
Yeah, I did see that line, but then this line seemed to contradict that line, so that's why I was kind of. Not quite
I
understanding.
don't think it's an either or, it's one criteria.
It's nice. Okay, so it says who is eligible?
Yep. Yep.
And then not eligible, and then what activities are eligible? So who's eligible and then what activities are eligible? So it's confusing. It's not crystal clear there.
Yeah, I think I see what you're saying now, because one's about an activity, one's about an organization. So I wonder if it can be amended to just include. Or an organization, we want to say county or whatever, that provides benefit to the community. I think,
Instead of municipality.
I think I see what you're saying, because one's talking about activities, but one's about organizations.
Mm.
And there might be organizations at the arenas, for example, that would not be eligible based on this.
I'm okay with it.
Find that, treasurer.
Let's change the wording.
So. Under who is eligible? Is that where you want to change this?
Because they know, it kind of says only organizations within Plympton-Wyoming. I think the intention was other community groups, whether it's ringette, hockey, can still apply if they can provide support that's benefiting the community.
I don't see where it says just within the municipality, but as long as they're providing benefit to the town.
Those are referring activities, I guess.
Activities down here.
Why don't we just take out, why
Councillor
can't we just take out the boundary part and the
Right.
parks? Cause it's still gonna come to us to okay anyway.
Yeah.
So the event, activity, function will occur, we'll take that all right out, just that it benefits back to the community part. Benefits local public or however you want to state it, but
So you would take out that whole sentence then essentially, this is without a part of it, it doesn't,
yeah,
doesn't.
cause we're gonna
Yeah.
determine we'll know if it's in a park or not anyway, but. Something like that, but didn't.
Right now, we're talking about all pre-existing grants. Do you want to leave that in and just add a caveat at the discretion or at the discretion of council? That way there's guidelines for new requests, that those new requestees should be part of them, already part. And if they are not part, that adds an extra requirement to come to city council about it.
We pretty much cover everything anyway, so.
Yeah. I think whether you delete it or add at the discretion of council, I think it achieves the same thing anyways. It's all at the discretion of council.
All back to you.
So that would be anything.
Is everybody comfortable with that?
Yeah, otherwise, it's great, yeah.
Do we have a preference between deleting or just adding at the discretion of council?
Well, we at the discretion of council.
So any new events of this nature. Now you're getting wordy.
Wonder, sorry, Mr. Burke. I wonder if for the second bullet, it says to say the activity or organization will provide benefit to the Plympton-Wyoming community.
And then you can get rid of 3.
That's a cleaner amendment. Thank you.
Everybody comfortable with that?
If we're amending, if you could just add as amended, but you can still ask the question.
Mover and seconder are okay with that? It's Councillor Van Claveren and Councillor Wilbeth. Everybody's good? All right, call for the vote. All those in favor? Carried. Item 9.1. By Deputy Mayor McEwen, seconded by Councillor Van Claveren. The bylaw 90 of 2025, being a bylaw to appoint a deputy clerk for the town of Plympton, Wyoming, be taken as having been read 3 times. Finally passed, and the mayor and clerk be authorized to sign the said bylaw accordingly. Any Lisa's name mentioned in that?
No, the bylaw mentions her name, so that's fine.
All right, any questions? Councillor Willett?
Yeah, I know it sounds kind of silly, but don't we have an official deputy clerk in Manila? Can you have 2 or should this be acting deputy clerk?
I'll let the clerk answer that.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Worship. Technically, we could have multiple deputy clerks. Actually, at election time, it suggested you assign several deputy clerks so that they're able to commission and sign documents. The position is 1 person. But we have to appoint them as deputy clerk and send that to the registrar's office and all that. So it's a temporary position, but it's not an acting. There's a contract there. So we just have to change it as the position changes. When Ella comes back, her appointment would still stand.
So you know what's coming next. So if you appoint multiple deputy clerks, that means multiple increased dollars?
No. It's not about the position. It's about their ability to perform set functions under the municipal act that only a clerk or a deputy clerk can do. Diane and Lisa are not the only ones that have this. We have other staff who have been designated as deputy clerks through other means because there are small parts of their jobs that they do that are the responsibility of the clerk or a designate. And to ensure they are legally able to do those, they're assigned as deputy clerk. It's not their job title. It's not their overall job, but it's a small portion of the things they do. So
Only 1 deputy clerk acting in a role that is paid to be a deputy clerk at one time. The title is added for enhanced.
Sounds good to me. Okay, that's good. Just asking. Thank you.
Thank you, clerk, for that clarification. All those in favor? Carried. Item 10, sorry, 9.2,
Supplementary.
the supplementary. This is our supplementary one that was added, everybody. I have a motion by Councillor Vasey, seconded by Councillor Bojan, that bylaw excuse me, 94 of 2025 being a bylaw to authorize the execution of an agreement between Hollandia Gardens Limited and the town of Plympton, Wyoming be taken as having been read 3 times, and finally passed. The mayor and clerk be authorized to sign the said bylaw accordingly. Questions on that? All those in favor? Carried. Going back to our regular agenda. Go to item number 10.1. We have a motion by Councillor Wolvette, seconded by Councillor Van Claveren, that the correspondence suggests the following motion. That council supports the renaming of Ball Diamond number 2 to the Al and Arlene Kassir Ball Diamond, as suggested and endorsed by the Huron Shores Optimists and the Kamlaki Athletic Association, supported by the Parks and Recreation Committee. Questions? Councillor Wolvette?
What's the name now? What's it named now?
I don't.
Diamond
Ball
two.
Diamond 2?
2, I believe.
So we're not, that is the official, so we're not renaming the official name, just Ball Diamond
There
2.
is no, there's 1, 2, and 3.
Okay, no, I'm just going by that says renaming.
I think it's from diamond number 2 to the.
To a name.
Yeah, to a name.
Thank you.
All those in favor? A good motion to recognize 2 individuals that contributed so much to that area and to our community.
You just missed it.
Nobody's here. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome. Yeah, I just wanted to, I'm sorry you just got here, but we just passed the motion to rename the Ball Diamond number 2 to the Al and Arlene Kassir Ball Diamond, as suggested and endorsed by the Huron Shores Optimists and the Kamlaki Athletic Association. It was supported by the Parks and Recreation Committee.
Can you speak up?
I would be pleased to speak up. The council has just endorsed and passed the renaming of the Ball Diamond number 2 to the Al and Arlene Kassir Ball Diamond, as suggested and endorsed by the Huron Shores Optimists and the Kamlaki Athletic Association, and supported by the Parks and Recreation Committee. We are pleased to do that and to recognize 2 great individuals that have contributed so much to the community. It's official now.
A long time coming.
It has been.
Has there been anybody opposed to it though?
Absolutely not.
It's unanimous, yes.
Yeah.
That's what the cane's for.
So it's okay. We're good.
One of these people that haven't lived here that long to know what they did.
Yeah.
I've been in this township a lot of years. I know what Alan Arlene did, and it's about time something happened.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's gonna happen.
When are they gonna put the sign up?
Mr. De Silva?
Your worship, we have it in hand, so we'll schedule to get it put up probably after this weekend.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for all your work on that. Okay, council, let's go to item 10. Yes,
Sorry, it seems to be an issue with being able to
I
open.
couldn't open mine either.
Yeah, it was fine when it was published, so I'm not sure what happened. Did anybody get to see it?
Yes.
You were, yeah, it wasn't,
No, that's not.
that's what you came up with?
That's what.
Everybody have trouble opening 10.2?
Yes, I cannot.
Councilor Bolton, did you have any problem?
I ain't got a problem with it. I just assumed it was gonna be the same as every other one.
Yeah, I could try to speak to it. Another staff added it on, but I can forward the letter to council after. I just don't know.
Red?
Can you give us the gist
Can
of
you see it?
So I was able to bring it up using Internet Explorer instead of Chrome. So
So you
I
don't-
can print it out and hand it out to council if you
Want
prefer.
to just read? It's just a letter, right?
Just read it.
With a little iPad like mine, it just.
Yeah, this works fine.
Well, then I volunteer you to read it, madam. Would you like to volunteer the deputy to read it?
Thank goodness for the iPad. Did you have a deputy?
Hi, on behalf of the Sarnia Mealy, how do you say that? Mealy
Yeah.
Association, I am writing to respectfully request a waiver of the fee associated with our request for a one-time exemption to allow an ice cream truck at the Kamlaki Community Center on August 31, 2025 for our private cultural event. The Sarnia Mealy Association is a nonprofit, non-political, secular, and cultural organization dedicated to serving the local community through cultural programs, charitable initiatives, and family-oriented activities. We have already ensured full compliance by obtaining and providing all required licenses and inspection documents for the ice cream truck. As this event will be private in nature and not open to the general public, we kindly request council support in granting an exemption without applying the associated fee. We truly value the city's ongoing support of community-based nonprofit organizations such as ours. Granting this exemption will help us continue to host cultural events that enrich the lives of our members and their families. Thank you very much for your kind consideration. We greatly appreciate your support and look forward to your positive response.
All right, thank you, deputy. Clerk?
Madam Deputy Mayor, it's a request of waiving of the fee, correct?
Yes, correct.
Or the food truck specifically.
Ice cream truck.
It's not noted in the motion because the fee wouldn't necessarily apply. It's just the exemption to have the one day. Just wanted to make that clear. Or the one specific event. Yeah.
It's not really even exemption for the fee, it's exemption for the requirement to get.
Of
license
getting a
operate on the town
which has a
property.
fee. Yeah, I think there was confusion in communication there. So,
Thank you. Councilor Vacy?
Yes, are they renting the building or the park?
correct.
Happy with that then.
Anything else?
Well, just unfortunately, it's only for the people that are going there and who are invited there, so I can't walk down and get an ice cream cone.
They're culturally inclusive.
Yeah. Before the weekend.
Call for the vote. All those in favor?
Should be
Carried.
inspection the day out.
Walk in the back door to the front. Okay, council will go to item 11.1. Moved by Councilor Vacy, seconded by Councilor Bojan. The correspondence items A to I relating to recommended reading and routine approval and information items not otherwise addressed by resolution be noted as received by the Plympton-Wyoming Council, filed accordingly. Items A to I. Beginning on my right, Councilor Bojan,
Nothing for me, thank you.
Councilor Vacy,
Nothing for me, thank you.
Councilor Rodriguez.
Yes, I just would like to point out, the apology, from a resident who was in here and acted out of, wasn't respectful in council chambers and has publicly apologized for that, and I commend the mayor for, expecting nothing less than proper respect and decorum in chambers.
Yeah, this one from the Ministry of Natural Resources, which it is going to
Which number?
rescind, the first one, I think.
Okay, aggregates. Okay.
Yeah. They're going to rescind 28 policies that are outdated or unnecessary for aggregates. Do you know what, can you give us a synopsis of that? What those, because I didn't go into the environmental registry to find out exactly what those 28 things were. Are you familiar with any of this or do you want to read up on it?
For your worship, I apologize. I have not had a chance to dig
Okay.
into this yet.
Sorry, I should have warned you. Never mind, that's all I got.
Okay, Councilor Van Claveren? Thank you, sir. Councilor Wolbett?
No, sir.
All right, we'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Carried. New business. Deputy, anything with you?
No, nothing, thank you.
Councilor Van Claveren?
I think for me, sir.
Councilor Bob?
I would just suggest that the Lambton County plowing match will be held on August the 30th at the Hart Farm.
Correct.
So that's more information, but just, I should have announced it when I was doing my council report, but we'll announce it under new business, so.
Well, I apologize. I should have probably announced it as well because I'm a judge
And plowing?
and plowing,
Okay,
so I have a full day.
that's all I have.
The weather better be good.
Yeah.
All right, Councilor Rodriguez, new business?
Yes, thank you. I received the letter from a resident here in Wyoming, and if I can share it with concerns. The writer states that finally the traffic lights are installed on at Broadway and Confederation. Very nice, very happy about that. However, there is still a major problem with heavy traffic, mainly large trucks, some well exceeding the posted speed limits. There is at best intermittent traffic surveillance by the OPP, but little or no enforcement. Over the past 10 years of walking my dog on Broadway, I've witnessed a total of 3 traffic stops for speeding. I recollect only 1 speed trap in the same period, none conducted during the so-called rush hour. With poor condition of Confederation, west of Broadway, CR 21, trucks are now utilizing Churchill rather than going down Confederation, facilitating the need to travel north on Broadway, CR 21, possibly to avoid the MTO scales on the 402. Even more heavy traffic exceeding speed limit. Because of on-street parking on Broadway, mainly in the Wyoming downtown area, line of sight for oncoming vehicles in order to make a right or left turn is at best perilous. Certainly a leap of faith. Most seniors, except for Sundays, might have to run or forget crossing the road due to the high speed of traffic. These other communities can enforce a bypass. Enforce it by, maybe you meant to say by law. Several throughout Ontario. Why cannot Wyoming? Our close neighbor in Petrolia did it. Why not Plympton-Wyoming? It is because the roads, Churchill and Confederation, east of Broadway, are not good enough condition to sustain the heavy traffic. Who knows, perhaps the installation of the traffic lights at Broadway and Confed will deter the larger trucks vehicles, along with the speed bump at the CN tracks. It is already apparent the traffic lights are needed at the intersection of Churchill. Several accidents already. There is and has been a need for bypass for heavy trucks. That's what he meant, sorry. Half load season is not enough of a deterrent for these trucks and other large vehicles. He's looking for comments or direction here. Sorry, bypassing. If I may say, I know Councillor Van Claveren has talked about in the past about the heavy truck traffic here and how did we get it off of Lake Shore through petition. I don't even know if that's a possibility to get these heavy trucks somewhere else other than driving through the main little town here.
A lot of points there, the individual. I think the speeding and the enforcement that we discussed that with the OPP, I believe. So maybe Mr. Sabansky, you can make a note on that. We'll have to deal with that. Mr. De Silva, anything from, as far as the lights at Churchill, that's county, is that correct?
Yeah, and through your worship, I was just gonna note that prohibiting trucks through town would be problematic. I mean, that's a main thoroughfare for them getting to the 402. The county would certainly not be in favor of trying to bypass trucks through any other direction. I get why that resident's complaining. There's a lot of trucks that come through town here. I mean, I haven't really noted the speeding concerns, but I'm sure that's a problem at some time as well. And we can certainly touch base with the OPP and ask for some increased enforcement. In terms of bypassing trucks, that's a big question and something would certainly have to be discussed with the county first.
As you say, Churchill is a county road. The Confederation is,
Ours.
and our trucks allowed on, is it rated for commercial? I don't know, I noticed it even when I'm driving through here. I think it was amplified when a portion of this main highway was closed off there last year. They were all going around a back roads. Through subdivisions, for heaven's sakes. So it was horrible. So I do see it as I don't know what the answer is, unfortunately, but at least if we could reach out to the OPP, that would be a start.
Very much so. Councilor Van Claveren?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Is there no way, Mr. De Silva, to reroute them to Forest Road? So it's not the residential heavily populated area? I'm not sure why they couldn't be rerouted one of two ways, one back to County Road 26 to get to the 402 or Forest Road to get to the 402. Obviously, we need some trucks here in town to service. I mean, that's a slam dunk, but I'm not sure why that couldn't be a possibility.
Through your worship, it could be a possibility, but I think we would definitely need to consult with the county. Churchill east of Broadway is a shared road between the town and Enniskillen.
Yes.
So we would be rerouting trucks on one of our roads. Or they could go back to Mandamin, I suppose, but certainly some increase. I could definitely have that discussion with the county and see how they feel about it first. And
Sure.
go from there.
And just as a follow-up, pardon me, I did mention Churchill one time with the proposed roundabout or the scheduled roundabout of the Forest Road. The Churchill intersection is so similar on S curve and there's similar types of accidents happening on both. And so now the roundabout's happening there. That would be a neat discussion to have if they were ever proposing one at Churchill.
These are great ideas, Don.
I think probably it would be, if we did get the successful having one, it'd be a few years out because I think St. Clair has, are next on that list, I believe, to get one.
Yeah. Kimball and Petrolia line.
Yeah. Oh. But it's certainly worth discussing about. I gotta go to Councilor Wilbett and then to you, Councilor Vasey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is not the first time we've had this discussion, that's for sure, over the last 15 years that I've been here. Now Petrolia was able to divert traffic away from Petrolia, truck traffic. And I think they diverted up through Mandamin Road and straight up Petrolia line and on out to the Forest Town line and so on and so forth. So it can be done. But you know, we've now created another point here in Broadway Street by putting those lights up there. So things are going to get worse. You know, we got the railroad tracks, we got the walking light over here. Now we're going to have a set of stoplights. So it may slow them down a little bit, but in my opinion, it's not going to improve things. It's going to make things worse because of the smoke, the brakes taking off, the smokestacks. So this is going to get worse. So I think it would be worth having a discussion with the county and the bypass situation, even though it may not happen for a few years. That letter is right on. I mean, even coming over here tonight, it was at Reese's Corners, but there was a transport truck, I'm telling you. He come up there and he went through that intersection and I don't know how fast he was going, but it was something else. And he went through the amber light too. If anybody would have been coming, but I see it every day here. I mean, it is getting very busy. So I think the discussion needs to happen. Enforcement, well, the OPP sit over here almost every day. They'll sit over by that restaurant and that side road, watching the traffic there. We see them all the time. So, and they put the speed signs up. I don't know. They do a little bit of good, I guess, but anyways, to conclude, I just think that the discussion on moving some of this traffic around this town, I believe can be had. Petrolia did it. And maybe they're under different circumstances. I don't know, but worth opening the comments and worth talking to the OPP also. Slow them down, I guess. But it'll only work for a little bit.
Listen to some truckers as well, Counselor. With our crossing being in disarray as it is. Cross light, all the street lights, and the stoplights, they will know it slows them up.
Yeah.
Well, all good points, and I think, Mr. De Silva.
Through your worship, if it pleases council, I'd be happy to have that conversation with the county and report back at a subsequent meeting, either by report or a verbal update.
I think it's worth it. Yeah.
I think something needs to be done.
Sure, still at or something too.
Counselor Vasey.
I was just gonna say, once the lights come active, they're gonna learn real quick that there's 3 stops in town now, one being trained for 5 minutes. If they're going down Confed to get away from the MTO, they'll learn real quick that there's another on. It's straight down Churchill. I think we give the lights a chance to work and then see where we go from there, but. And hiding beside you, Bob, at the restaurant doesn't stop them from speeding out at Hydro.
Precisely.
Where they should be sitting, because they're like 90 by the time they're get there. Right, that's the problem, is in Fed North is where the problem's at, not in town, really.
Mike's point. You know, they slow the traffic down out on Oil Heritage Road to 80. Yeah. The stretch out here, heading to Reese's Corners, that little stretch, you can crank her up to 90. Makes no sense.
Is it 70?
Well, it goes down.
Goes to 70 for that far. Sorry, good point, Mike.
That's all I have.
I know about the 90 because it makes no sense why there's all of a sudden a 90 section where you have the most
I don't mind it.
population. Put out on Royal Heritage near Arbor Ardor and you know that it's less. This is sad.
Okay. Motorcycles heading out of town.
Oh, I see.
All right.
Sorry.
Your worship.
That's all right. Who's next? Counselor Vasey. Bojan,
I had nothing.
you had nothing. Debbie, you had nothing. Counselor Van Claveren.
Nothing for me, thank you.
Nothing. Counselor Ovett?
No.
You all done? I have nothing. No. Clear that order of business closed. Okay, council will be now, that concludes this portion of the meeting. For those that are watching us virtually, we'll be going in camera. Thank you very much for being with us this evening, and we'll catch you at the next meeting.